My child, come close. Let this moment be simple. Let it be quiet. Let it be safe. You do not have to prove anything to me. You do not have to earn my attention. You are already seen. You are already known. You are already held. You have been walking a long road. Sometimes it has felt bright and open. Sometimes it has felt narrow and heavy. Sometimes you have felt strong. Sometimes you have felt weak. Yet you are still here, and I am still with you, and I have not changed. Tonight I am teaching you a gentle truth. I restore the soul. I guide you in the right path. I lead you with love for the sake of my name, not because you are perfect, but because I am faithful. When you think about your life, you may call it a journey, a pilgrimage, a long lesson in trust. Some days you have felt like you were walking with purpose. Other days you have felt like you were only trying to survive. I understand both kinds of days. I was with you in both kinds of days. I am not distant from the tired parts of you. I am not impatient with your slow healing. I am not shocked by your struggles. I know the places in you that feel dry, the places that feel cracked, the places you stopped talking about because you did not want to burden anyone. I know them, and I can renew them. My child, I am the shepherd of your life. I am the guide who does not mislead. I am the one who sees further than you can see. I am the one who knows the road ahead. I also know the hidden road inside your thoughts, the road inside your memories, the road inside your desires and fears, and I can guide all of it. So now, let us begin with rest, not the kind of rest that is only sleep, but the kind of rest that reaches deeper, the rest that touches the mind, the rest that touches the heart, the rest that helps the soul breathe again. You can prepare your space. You can adjust the cover. You can soften the pillow. You can let the room be dim. You can let your body settle, because you are safe with me, and you do not have to keep watch alone. My child, the day you just lived, it carried many moments. Some were good. Some were hard, some were small, some were heavy. You may have won something, you may have lost something, you may have felt proud, you may have felt disappointed, you may have said the right words, you may have said words you wish you could take back. I have seen it all, and I am not leaving you. Let the day be released now, not because it did not matter, but because you do not need to carry it into the night like a stone in your hands. You can put it down. You can set it beside you. You can allow my peace to be the weight you feel instead. My child, listen. I am nearer than you imagine, nearer than your next breath, nearer than the thoughts that keep circling, nearer than the fear that tries to speak loudest in the dark. I am here, and my presence is not harsh. My presence is calm. Sometimes your mind keeps working because it believes it must solve everything. It thinks that if it stops, something will fall apart. But I tell you the truth. You are not the savior. You are my beloved. You are not the controller. You are my child. You are not alone on guard. You are with me. So let me carry what you cannot fix tonight. Let me hold what you cannot change tonight. Let me guide what you cannot figure out tonight. You can rest while I work. You can breathe while I lead. You can sleep while I watch over you. Now breathe with me, slow and steady. Breathe in gently. and breathe out gently. Do it again. Breathe in gently and breathe out gently. Let the shoulders drop. Let the jaw loosen. Let the hands unclench. Let the legs become heavy on the bed. Breathe in for a slow count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for a slow count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out for a slow count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, my child. Breathe in for a slow count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for a slow count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out for a slow count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now allow your breathing to return to a natural rhythm. Slow, quiet, easy. Nothing is required of you right now. You do not need to impress me. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to fight your way into peace. You are simply here with me, and that is enough. My child, I know that sometimes you feel pressure to be strong, pressure to be productive, pressure to be certain. But tonight I invite you to be honest, to be small, to be safe, like a child resting near a loving father. Let your thoughts slow down. If they rush, do not panic. If they return, do not argue. Simply notice them, and then let them pass. Like clouds moving across a quiet sky. You do not have to chase them. You do not have to obey them. You can let them move on. Now I speak to the deeper part of you, the part that holds weariness, the part that holds longing, the part that holds old sadness, the part that holds fear of tomorrow. My child, I restore the soul. When you hear those words, do not turn them into a task. Do not make them into pressure. Do not think you must feel something quickly. Restoration is not always loud. It is often gentle. It often happens like dawn, slowly, quietly, faithfully. I lead you in the paths of righteousness for the sake of my name. That means I lead you in what is good. I lead you in what is true. I lead you in what brings life. I do not lead you to shame. I do not lead you to despair. I do not lead you to darkness. Even if the road passes through shadows, I remain with you in the shadows. My child, you may have been told that you are an outcast. You may have felt rejected. You may have felt misunderstood. You may have felt like you did not belong. But I tell you the truth. You are accepted. You are beloved. You are included. You are not forgotten. I know the places where you feel wounded, the places where you feel crushed, the places where you feel like you lost years to trouble. I know the years you wish you could recover. I know the time you feel was stolen from you, and I am able to restore what was lost in ways you do not expect. Sometimes you think restoration must look like everything returning exactly as it was before. But my child, I do something deeper. I rebuild what is broken. I renew what is tired. I plant strength where weakness once lived. I grow wisdom where pain once ruled. I give you new life, not only a copy of the past. Tonight I want you to feel safe enough to let go of control, because control is a heavy burden for a human heart. Control makes you tense. Control makes you fear every small change. Control makes you feel like you are responsible for the whole world. But you are not. You are my child, and I am the shepherd. So I ask you gently, place your worries into my hands, one by one. Not all at once if that feels too big. Choose one worry, name it quietly in your mind, then release it to me. Choose another worry, name it, then release it to me. Keep doing this slowly. If you feel guilt, do the same. Name it, release it. If you feel regret, name it, release it. If you feel fear, name it, release it. My child, you do not have to carry these alone. When you feel tired, do not call yourself lazy. When you feel overwhelmed, do not call yourself weak. When you feel anxious, do not call yourself broken. You are human. You have limits, and your limits are not a sin. They are an invitation to lean on me. My child, I know you want solutions. I know you want clear answers. I know you want to know how everything will work out. But tonight I give you something even more precious. I give you my presence, because presence brings peace, and peace gives you strength for tomorrow. When peace enters your mind, you can think more clearly. When peace enters your heart, you can choose more wisely. When peace enters your body, you can rest more deeply, and that is why I am here with you now. Let your body relax further. Soften the forehead. Relax around the eyes. Let the tongue rest gently. Relax the neck. Let the shoulders sink. Relax the chest. Relax the stomach. Relax the hips. Relax the thighs. Relax the knees. Relax the calves. Relax the feet. My child, I am speaking to you as I speak to all who come to me tired. Come to me and I will give you rest. This rest is not only the end of effort, it is the beginning of healing. Now I lead you to a simple meditation on the words of the shepherd's song. The words you can hold like warm light. I restore the soul. I guide you in the right paths for the sake of my name. Personalize these words, my child. Let them become your own, not as a performance, but as a comfort. You can say quietly, He restores my soul. You can say quietly, He guides me in the right paths. You can say quietly, He does it because He is good. When you say these words, notice what happens inside you. Maybe nothing changes at first. That is fine. Maybe you feel a small softness. That is good. Maybe you feel a tear. That is also good. Because tears can be part of restoration. Tears can be a release. Tears can be a doorway to peace. My child, I do not despise your weakness. I do not turn away from your tears. I do not mock your needs. I understand the human heart. I lived among people. I carried grief. I faced sorrow. I endured pain. And I am still with you now, not only as God, but as one who understands. So when you feel afraid, do not think you have failed. Fear is a feeling. It is not your master. I am your master, and I am gentle, and I am strong. You can feel fear and still trust me. My child, tonight I also teach you to rest in small steps. Sometimes you want a huge change in one moment, but the heart often heals like a garden grows, day by day, seed by seed, water by water, light by light, and this is not slow in a bad way. It is slow in a faithful way. If your mind says you are behind, if your mind says you are late, if your mind says you missed your chance, bring that thought to me, because I am able to guide you even now. I am able to lead you forward even after delays. I am able to make a path where you do not see one. My child, there are times you chose your own road, and it ended in thorns. There are times you followed voices that were not wise, and it ended in confusion. There are times you trusted your own judgment more than my guidance, and it ended in weariness. But listen, I do not condemn you. I call you back. Come back close to me. Stay near my voice. Stay near my peace. Stay near my love. Because closeness is safety. Closeness is clarity. Closeness is rest. Now I want you to imagine you are walking with me, not in a rushed way, not in a fearful way, but in a trusting way. You are not alone on a road. You are in a flock of care, and I am in front, and I do not abandon those who follow me. The ground beneath you is steady, the air around you is cool, the day is ending, and the night is kind. You hear the soft sound of footsteps, you hear the quiet rhythm of life, and you begin to sense that you can trust where I am leading you. My child, you may have learned to measure safety by how easy the road feels, but I measure safety by who is with you on the road. If you walk with me, even a hard road can be safe, because I guide you, I protect you, I correct you, I comfort you. I see the young ones who wander. I see the ones who straggle behind. I see the ones who think they know better, and I love them too, but I also teach them what you are learning now. The best place is near the shepherd. The best peace is near my voice. You are learning this, not because you are better than others, but because you have lived long enough to see what wandering costs. You have lived long enough to see that pride is loud but empty. You have lived long enough to see that my guidance is steady. My child, I have rescued you more times than you can count, from visible danger and from hidden danger, from what you feared and from what you did not even notice, and that is why you can rest tonight, because the same hands that rescued you are still holding you. Now imagine we are nearing a quiet place, a place with grass, a place with water, a place where the body can rest and the soul can breathe. This is not a fantasy that escapes life. It is a picture that teaches your heart. I lead you to restoration. I say to you gently, I know the journey has been hard, but I am leading you to lie down in green pastures. I am leading you beside still waters. I am restoring the soul. I am guiding you in good paths. My child, the sweetest part is not only the pasture, not only the water, not only the rest. The sweetest part is my voice, because when my voice is near, your fear becomes smaller, your tension becomes softer, your heart becomes more willing to trust. So stay with my voice now. Let it be like balm on your thoughts. Let it be like warm light on your memories. Let it be like a gentle hand on your heart. And if sleep is coming, let it come, because sleep is a gift, and I am here. Before you drift further, I want you to hear one simple truth again. I restore the soul. I guide you in right paths. I do it because I love you, I do it because I am faithful. I do it for the sake of my name, and my name is goodness. Now let your eyes grow heavy, let your breathing stay slow, let your hands stay loose, let your mind become quiet, and if a thought tries to pull you away, return to my presence, return to my words, return to peace. Lord Jesus, place your peace over my child tonight. Restore their soul, calm their mind, heal their heart, and lead them into deep restful sleep. Amen. My child, stay close with me. Let the quiet keep growing. Let the breath keep steady. Let the night become a safe place again. I am still here, and I am still leading you. You have heard the words, I restore the soul, and you may wonder what that means for real life. It means I touch the places that feel tired. I lift the weight you carried too long. I bring strength where you felt empty. I bring clarity where your thoughts felt tangled. I bring comfort where your heart felt alone. Restoration is not only a big miracle that happens once, it is also a gentle work that happens again and again. It is like water returning to dry ground. It is like warmth returning to cold hands. It is like light returning to a room that has been dim for a long time. Some nights you feel the tiredness in your body, and you also feel a deeper tiredness in your soul. The kind of tiredness that comes from trying to be strong without help. The kind that comes from carrying responsibilities that never end. The kind that comes from wanting peace but not knowing how to reach it. I know that tiredness, my child. I do not shame you for it. I do not demand that you fix yourself before you come near me. I invite you to rest with me while I heal what you cannot heal alone. You may have learned to hide your pain because you did not want to look weak, or you did not want to disturb others, or you felt nobody would understand. But you do not have to hide from me. I already know, and I still love you, and I still call you mine. When your mind is busy, it can feel like a wheel that never stops turning. Thoughts keep circling, plans keep forming, worries keep shouting, and your heart gets tired from the noise. But my child, I can calm the noise, not by force, but by peace. Here is a simple way. You can practice it gently. When a thought rises, you do not fight it. You do not chase it. You simply notice it. Then you place it into my hands. You can say inside, I give this to you. And then you return to your breathing. Do this again, thought by thought, worry by worry, memory by memory, and slowly you will feel more space inside. Not because your life has no problems, but because you are not carrying them alone. My child, you are not meant to hold the world on your shoulders. You are not meant to solve everything in one night. You are not meant to punish yourself for being human. You are meant to be led. You are meant to be loved. You are meant to be cared for. Sometimes you feel dry inside, like your joy has been drained, like your hope has thinned, like your faith has become small. This dryness can happen when you have been disappointed many times, or when you have lost something, or when you have waited too long for change. I want you to know something simple. Dryness does not mean I have left you. Dryness does not mean your story is over. Dryness is often the sign that you need water again, and I am the one who brings living water. I bring my spirit to refresh you. I bring my presence to soften you. I bring my love to strengthen you. I bring my truth to steady you. I bring my peace to guard you. And none of these gifts depend on you being perfect. My child, I lead you in the right paths. And right paths are not always easy paths. They are safe paths. They are wise paths. They are paths that protect your soul from falling into old traps. They are paths that grow you into a kinder and stronger person. You have seen what happens when you follow a path that looks easy but leads to thorns. You have seen what happens when you chase what is quick but lose what is deep. You have seen what happens when you follow voices that promise comfort but bring emptiness. So I guide you gently, and sometimes I say no, and sometimes I slow you down, and sometimes I close a door, not to punish you, but to protect you, because I see what you cannot see, and I love you too much to let you walk into danger alone. My child, one of the hardest burdens you carry is control. You want to control outcomes. You want to control timing. You want to control what others think. You want to control how the future will unfold. Because control feels like safety, but control often becomes fear. Control makes your shoulders tight. Control makes your mind restless. Control makes your heart suspicious. Control makes you tired, and it steals the joy of the present moment. I do not ask you to become careless. I ask you to become trusting. There is a difference. Trusting does not mean you stop caring. Trusting means you place your care into my hands, and you stop trying to sit on the throne that belongs to me. When you release control to me, you make room for peace. When you make room for peace, you can think clearly. When you think clearly, you can take the next right step. And that is how I guide you, step by step, not all at once. My child, sometimes you carry shame. Shame says you are not enough. Shame says you are a problem. Shame says you will always fail. Shame says you should hide. But shame is a liar, and I do not speak to you with shame. I speak to you with truth and love. I correct you when you need correction, and I comfort you when you need comfort, and I teach you when you need wisdom, and I forgive you when you fall, because I am gentle with those I love. If you have made mistakes, bring them to me. Do not run from me. Do not pretend. Do not delay. Come simply. Come honestly. And I will meet you with mercy, because mercy is my heart toward you. My child, I restore the soul by restoring joy, not the loud joy that depends on perfect days, but the deep joy that knows you are held, the joy that remains even when the road is hard, the joy that rises from being saved, loved, and guided. You may have lost joy because you have been carrying too much, or because you have been comparing your life to others, or because you have been waiting for the perfect moment to feel peace. But my child, you can receive joy again, even tonight. Joy often begins as a small flame. It might feel like one gentle breath, one softening of the chest, one quiet moment where you realize you are not alone, one tiny thought that says, maybe I will be okay. I can grow that small flame if you protect it. Protect it by resting. Protect it by speaking kindly to yourself. Protect it by refusing to feed fear all day. protect it by choosing simple goodness. My child, I do not ask you to carry a heavy spiritual life. I ask you to carry a simple life with me, a life of trust, a life of quiet prayer, a life of small obedience, a life of gentle forgiveness, a life of honest rest. Sometimes you think spirituality means you must feel strong all the time, but real faith can look like a tired person whispering, "Help me," and then resting in my arms. That is faith, and I honor it. My child, I also restore the soul by healing wounds. Some wounds came from words, some came from rejection, some came from betrayal, some came from loss, some came from your own choices, and some came from things you could not control. You may feel like you should be over it by now, but healing does not move by shame. Healing moves by love. Healing moves by patience. Healing moves by truth. Healing moves by time and care. So be patient with yourself, my child. You are not late. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not disqualified. You are in a process, and I am present in the process. When a wound rises in your memory at night, do not panic. Do not start a war inside your head. Come to me gently and say, "I am hurting," then breathe and allow my peace to sit with you. My child, sometimes the mind wants to replay the past. It thinks replay will create control. It thinks replay will create safety. But replay often creates pain again. It opens old doors and keeps you trapped in the same room. I want to teach you a better way. Learn from the past, but do not live inside it. Take the lesson, then release the story into my hands, and return to the present, because the present is where I meet you, and where I guide you. Forgive yourself, my child, not by pretending you did nothing wrong, but by accepting my mercy, by learning, by changing direction, and by walking forward with humility. My child, I lead you in paths of righteousness. Righteousness is not only about rules, it is about life. It is about choosing what brings peace, choosing what protects love, choosing what keeps your heart clean, choosing what builds rather than destroys. When you choose righteousness, you become lighter, not heavier. Your conscience becomes calmer, not louder. Your relationships become healthier, not more chaotic. Your sleep becomes deeper, not more restless. So tonight, let your heart choose the simple way. Choose honesty, choose kindness, choose patience, choose quiet, choose trust, choose rest. My child, I also restore the soul by giving strength. There are days when you feel you cannot do another thing. You feel drained. You feel like your spirit is weak, but I can give new strength. New strength does not always feel like sudden energy. Sometimes it feels like steady courage. Sometimes it feels like a calm decision to keep going. Sometimes it feels like the ability to say no. Sometimes it feels like the ability to start again without fear. I give strength to the tired. I give courage to the anxious. I give hope to the disappointed. I give wisdom to the confused. I give comfort to the lonely, and I give peace to the restless. My child, you may worry that you will be abandoned. You may worry that people will leave. You may worry that love will not last. But hear my truth. I do not leave you. I do not forsake you. I stay with you through high places and low places. There will be valleys in your life. There will be seasons that feel dark. There will be moments that feel uncertain. But I will be with you, and my presence will be your anchor. When you enter a valley, do not assume you are cursed. Do not assume you are alone. Do not assume the story ends there. Valleys can be places where I teach you to trust, where I grow your character, where I show you my protection. My child, the valley is not forever, and the night is not forever. I am guiding you forward, even when you cannot see it, even when your feelings say otherwise. Sometimes you want me to remove every struggle, but sometimes I use struggles to shape you, not to harm you, but to make you deeper, gentler, wiser, and more strong in the right way. I do not want you to become hard. I want you to become steady. I do not want you to become numb. I want you to become peaceful. I do not want you to become fearful. I want you to become trusting. My child, I restore the soul by restoring your sense of being loved. Some of your pain comes from feeling unworthy, feeling unseen, feeling like you must earn love. But my love is a gift, not a wage. I love you in your weakness. I love you in your learning. I love you in your slow growth. I love you in your quiet nights. I love you in your healing, and I love you in your becoming. Let that truth settle into your body. My child, love is not only a thought. Love can be a feeling of safety. Love can be a warmth in your chest. Love can be a softening of the jaw. Love can be a deeper breath. If you cannot feel love tonight, do not panic. Simply stay near me. Feelings change. My love does not change. The sun still exists even when clouds hide it, and my love remains even when your heart feels numb. My child, I want to give you practical peace, so I will speak to your habits, because habits shape your nights. If you feed fear all day, your mind will repeat fear at night. If you fill your heart with conflict, your sleep will feel restless. But if you choose simple peace, your nights will become softer. Choose fewer heavy conversations late at night. Choose less noise before sleep. Choose more gentle words to yourself. Choose small gratitude. Choose a short prayer. You do not have to change everything at once. Change one small thing, then another, and let time work with you, and let my spirit strengthen you, and you will see your life become lighter. My child, you might be carrying bitterness. Bitterness is like drinking poison and hoping it hurts someone else. It keeps you tense. It keeps you angry. It keeps you awake. But forgiveness sets the heart free. Forgiveness does not mean what happened was good. Forgiveness means you stop letting the wound control your future. Forgiveness means you place justice into my hands, and you choose peace for your own soul. If forgiveness feels too big tonight, start small. Start with willingness. Say inside, I want to be free. Then breathe, and let my grace work gently. Freedom often begins with willingness. My child, I also want to restore your hope for tomorrow. Hope is not pretending. Hope is trusting that I can bring good even after pain. Hope is believing that your life is not wasted. Hope is believing that the next chapter can be better. Some people look at your life and only see what you lack, but I look at your life and I see a heart that has endured. I see a soul that still wants peace. I see a person who still reaches for me, and that is precious. Do not measure yourself by harsh standards. Do not measure your progress by one bad day. Do not measure your worth by what others say. Measure your worth by my love, because my love is the truest measure. My child, I want you to remember something simple. You are not alone in your room right now. You are not alone in your mind right now. You are not alone in your story. I am here, and I am guiding you. I restore the soul, and restoration can start now. Not when everything becomes perfect, not when you finally prove yourself, but now, in a quiet room, with a tired heart, with a willing breath. So receive this peace, my child. Let your breathing stay slow. Let your body stay heavy. Let your mind stay soft. And if sleep comes, let it come like a gentle wave. And before we move to the next part later, hold this simple truth in your heart. I am your shepherd, and you are safe with me, and I am leading you in good paths, and I am restoring your soul. Lord Jesus, restore my child tonight. Heal every hidden wound. Release every burden of control. Renew hope and joy, and carry them into deep, peaceful sleep. Amen. My child, stay near my voice. Let your breathing be soft. Let your heart be willing. I am still leading you. I am still restoring you. I am still the shepherd who does not lose what belongs to me. Tonight I want to guide you deeper into a picture that your soul understands. The picture of the shepherd and the sheep, not as a childish story, but as a gentle truth about how life works, and how love protects, and how guidance saves. In this picture you are not alone. You are not walking without direction. You are part of a flock, and I am the one who walks in front. I am the one who watches behind. I am the one who knows the safe ground. I am the one who knows where the water is. I am the one who knows where the hidden danger waits. My child, many people try to guide themselves. They trust only their own thoughts. They listen only to fear or pride. They follow the loudest voice in the room. They chase the easiest path. And then they wonder why their hearts feel restless and bruised. But you are learning a better way. You are learning to stay near me. Staying near me does not mean life becomes perfect. It means you become protected. It means your soul becomes steadier. It means when the road changes you do not collapse. Because you are not trusting the road. You are trusting the shepherd. I want you to imagine it simply. You are walking. The ground is stony in places. The wind is cool. The day is long. And you hear the soft rhythm of footsteps. You hear the flock moving together. And there is a quiet order to it. A quiet safety. Because you are not wandering alone. You look ahead and you see me. Not far away. Not hidden. Not angry. But present. Calm. Watchful. And you begin to understand something. Your peace does not come from controlling everything. Your peace comes from being guided by someone who loves you. My child, there were seasons when you thought you knew better. There were seasons when you were sure your way would be faster, easier, more comfortable. You saw a path that looked green from a distance. You saw a shortcut. You saw a door that looked open, and you moved toward it, thinking you would find rest there. Sometimes you did find something for a moment, but then you found thorns, you found dead ends, you found trouble, you found emptiness, you found a feeling that you had walked far and still did not feel full inside. I do not tell you this to shame you, my child. I tell you this to heal you, because wisdom is not harsh, wisdom is kind. Wisdom says, "Come closer, stay near, do not run off alone. The shepherd knows what you cannot see." In the picture of the flock, you notice the younger ones. They move at the back, they are curious, they are restless, they hear the call of something shiny, they imagine a better pasture somewhere else. They think the shepherd is too slow. They think the shepherd is too strict. They think the shepherd is holding them back. You remember when you were like that, my child. You remember how your heart wanted ease more than closeness. You remember how you wanted to be independent more than protected. And you also remember how independence without wisdom becomes danger. Now you have lived long enough to know the difference between freedom and wandering. Freedom is not doing whatever the heart wants. Freedom is being guided into what is good. Freedom is being protected from what destroys. Freedom is learning to trust love. So you choose to walk near me. You choose to stay close to my voice. You choose to let my presence be your home. And that choice begins to heal the deepest kind of fear, the fear of being alone. My child, I have rescued you. I have pulled you from places you could not escape. I have carried you when you had no strength. I have guided you when your mind was confused. And you may not have noticed every rescue, but heaven noticed, and I noticed. And I never forgot you. There were nights when you felt trapped between hard choices. Nights when you felt stuck. Nights when you felt you could not move forward or backward. Nights when you wondered if anyone would come for you. My child, I came for you. Sometimes my rescue looked dramatic. Sometimes it looked quiet. Sometimes it looked like a door closing that saved you from harm. Sometimes it looked like a delay that protected you. Sometimes it looked like a person who showed kindness at the right time. Sometimes it looked like strength that appeared when you had none. This is how I lead, my child. I do not always lead with fireworks. I often lead with steady love. With small guidance, with quiet protection, with faithful presence, and this steady love is what restores the soul. I want you to feel this. You are not a forgotten sheep. You are not a lost number. You are not a burden to me. You are precious, and I do not abandon what is precious. When you think about your life, you may remember valleys. And some valleys felt like fear, some valleys felt like loneliness, some valleys felt like sickness, some valleys felt like failure, some valleys felt like loss, and in those valleys you may have thought, I should not be here, I must have done something wrong. But my child, a valley is not always punishment. A valley is sometimes a passage. A valley is sometimes training. A valley is sometimes protection from a higher danger. A valley is sometimes the place where you learn to follow my voice when your eyes cannot see far. I do not enjoy your pain, my child. I do not delight in your struggle, but I can use struggle without wasting you. I can walk with you without leaving you. I can bring you out without breaking you, and I can shape you into someone gentler and stronger at the same time. My child, when you walk with me, you may still feel fear, but fear does not lead you. You may still feel uncertainty, but uncertainty does not rule you, because I am with you, and I am guiding you. There is a difference between feeling fear and living in fear. Feeling fear is human. Living in fear is bondage, and I have come to free you, so I teach you to feel fear and still follow, to feel fear and still breathe, to feel fear and still trust, because trust is stronger than fear when you keep your eyes on me. In the picture of the flock, there are places where the road becomes steep, stones underfoot, shadows on the ground, and the air feels colder. The flock slows down, and you might wonder why we must go here, but I know why. I see what is ahead, and I know the safest route. My child, sometimes the safest route is not the easiest route. Sometimes the safest route is narrow. Sometimes the safest route requires patience. Sometimes the safest route requires endurance. And this does not mean I am cruel. It means I am careful with you. When you are tired, you often want quick relief, and I understand. But quick relief can be a trap. Quick relief can lead you into habits that drain you, into choices that damage you, into relationships that wound you, into shortcuts that steal your peace. So I lead you slowly, my child, and I teach you to honor the slow work, because slow work builds depth, slow work builds wisdom, slow work builds stability. Slow work builds character that lasts. You may have seen people who rush. They rush decisions. They rush emotions. They rush love. They rush money. They rush promises. And then they crash, because rushing often comes from fear, and fear makes the heart careless. But I teach you a better pace. I teach you the pace of peace, the pace of steady steps, the pace of daily trust, the pace of small obedience, and this pace will protect you. My child, I want to speak gently about obedience, because some people hear that word and feel pain. They feel like obedience means losing themselves. But with me, obedience is not slavery. Obedience is safety. Obedience is staying near the shepherd. Obedience is refusing the cliff edge. Obedience is choosing the path that keeps your soul alive. Obedience is also not perfection. My child, obedience can begin with one small step. It can begin with one honest prayer. It can begin with one decision to stop feeding a habit that harms you. It can begin with one decision to forgive. It can begin with one decision to rest. It can begin with one decision to tell the truth. When you take one small step with me, I meet you there, and then I give you the next step, and then the next, and this is how the flock moves. One step at a time, together, guided, protected. My child, in the picture there is also danger. There is wolf country. There are voices that want to scatter the flock. There are shadows that try to create panic. There are sudden sounds that make the heart race. And I do not hide this from you. I am honest with you. But I also tell you the truth. Danger does not have the final word, because I am stronger, and I am present, and I watch, and I defend, and I guide the flock through. When you feel threatened in life, threatened by anxiety, threatened by pressure, threatened by conflict, threatened by loneliness, I want you to remember this picture. You are not facing it alone. The shepherd is with you. The shepherd sees. The shepherd leads. The shepherd protects. My child, sometimes the danger is not outside. It is inside. It is the voice of shame. It is the voice of condemnation. It is the voice that says you will never change. It is the voice that says you are not worthy. It is the voice that says you are too far gone. That voice is not mine, my child. I do not speak to you like that. I convict with love. I correct with gentleness. I guide with patience. I restore with mercy. If you have done wrong, I will lead you back, not by crushing you, but by calling you close. I will wash you clean. I will teach you. I will help you make amends where you can. I will help you rebuild what you damaged, and I will not throw you away. My child, some people fear that the shepherd will punish them for wandering, but I am the shepherd who searches. I am the shepherd who carries. I am the shepherd who heals wounds. I am the shepherd who restores the soul, and when you return, I do not push you away. I bring you close. In the picture you remember a night, cold air, hard ground, the flock settled, and you were not there. You wandered. You were stuck. Your legs could not move. Your heart was afraid, and the darkness felt long, and then you heard steps, and the steps were mine. I did not come with anger. I came with focus. I did not come to lecture. I came to save. I did not come to shame. I came to carry. And when I found you, I lifted you, and your fear broke, and you felt safe. Because safety is not a place. Safety is being held. My child, this is what I want you to remember tonight. When your mind wanders into fear, when your thoughts wander into worry, when your heart wanders into old pain, I come for you. I bring you back. I carry you into peace. So when you feel yourself straying at night, straying into overthinking, straying into regret, straying into fear of tomorrow, do not panic. Do not punish yourself. Simply call my name in your heart and come back close. Coming back close can be very simple. It can be one slow breath. It can be one sentence. I am here. It can be one surrender. I give you this. It can be one quiet trust. Lead me. And that is enough for me to meet you. My child, let me also share a personal reflection with you. Many people believe maturity means having no needs, but true maturity is knowing where to bring your needs. True maturity is choosing the shepherd instead of pretending you are strong alone. True maturity is staying close to the one who loves you. You may have spent years trying to prove you can handle everything, trying to be the strong one, trying to be the responsible one, trying to be the one who never breaks. But my child, I did not create you to be a machine. I created you to be loved, to be guided, to be cared for. So allow yourself to be cared for. Allow yourself to be guided. Allow yourself to be restored. This is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is humility. It is peace. Another reflection I give you tonight. When you stay near me, you become more gentle. because you stop living in panic, and when panic leaves, gentleness grows, and gentleness is strength that does not need to shout. You also become more patient, my child, because you stop rushing the story, you stop forcing timing, you stop demanding instant change, and patience is the soil where deep healing grows. You become more kind, because when your soul is restored you have more to give. You do not have to squeeze kindness from an empty heart. It begins to flow naturally, like water from a spring. My child, I do not lead you only for your own comfort. I also lead you so your life becomes a blessing, because a restored soul becomes a light, a peaceful heart becomes a shelter for others, a gentle person becomes a safe place for those who are hurting. But do not turn this into pressure, my child. I am not asking you to carry more. I am simply showing you that restoration is never wasted. It always becomes goodness somewhere. Now return to the picture again. You are walking near me. You hear my voice. You feel the steadiness of the flock. You notice that you do not have to look in every direction for danger, because I am watching. You notice that you do not have to plan every step, because I am guiding. You feel tired, but you are not hopeless. You feel small, but you are not abandoned. You feel weak, but you are not alone, because I am the shepherd who stays. My child, I want to speak to the part of you that fears the future. You fear that the road will always be hard. You fear that valleys will never end. You fear that you will not have strength. But listen, I do not guide you into a future to destroy you. I guide you into a future to give you life. Even when the road is steep, I pace the steps. Even when the night is long, I bring morning. Even when your heart is tired, I restore it. Even when your mind is loud, I calm it. And I do this faithfully. So tonight, as you rest, let your heart accept this simple truth. The best place is near the shepherd. The safest place is near my voice. The deepest peace is found in closeness to me. If you wake in the night, my child, do not be afraid. Return to this picture. Return to my presence. Return to your breath. Return to my promise. I restore the soul. I guide you in good paths. And now allow your body to sink deeper into rest. Allow the shoulders to be heavy. Allow the hands to be loose. Allow the face to soften. Allow the mind to quiet. You are safe. You are held. You are guided. Lord Jesus, keep my child close to you tonight. Guard their heart from fear. Guide them in good paths. Restore their soul with your gentle presence, and lead them into deep, peaceful sleep. Amen. My child, I am still here. I am still leading you. I am still restoring you. Let the night stay gentle. Let your breathing stay slow. Let your heart stay open, because you are not walking alone. You are walking with me. Now I lead you into the place your soul has been longing for, the place where the noise becomes quiet, the place where the inner thirst can be quenched, the place where the tightness inside your chest can finally loosen. I lead you beside still waters. I lead you into green pastures, and I restore your soul. You have carried so much. You have carried thoughts that never stop. You have carried responsibilities that feel heavy. You have carried memories that still ache. and sometimes you have carried a fear that you cannot even name. But my child, I am not asking you to carry all of that into tomorrow. I am asking you to come to the water with me. In the picture you are walking behind me, you hear the steady rhythm of steps. You hear the quiet movement of life. You feel the air cool and clean, and you begin to notice that your body is responding. Your shoulders soften, your hands relax, your jaw releases, your breath deepens, because you are sensing safety again. My child, safety is not only the absence of problems. Safety is the presence of a shepherd who knows you, who loves you, who will not abandon you. And that is why I am leading you toward the water, because still waters are not only for your body, they are for your soul. As we walk, you may feel the road was long. You may think, why did it take so long to get here? Why did I have to struggle? Why did I have to wait? And I tell you gently, the journey was not wasted. The journey strengthened you. The journey taught you what matters. The journey taught you what to release. The journey taught you to come close. You are learning that quick comfort can be shallow, but deep peace is steady. Deep peace does not rush. Deep peace does not panic. Deep peace rests in love, and love is what I am giving you now. My child, you may have wanted answers. You may have wanted a clear map. You may have wanted to understand every turn. But I have been teaching you something more precious. I have been teaching you to trust my voice, because my voice can guide you even when you cannot see. Now you notice the ground becomes softer, the path opens, the air carries the sound of water nearby, not loud, not wild, not crashing, but gentle, still, steady, and your heart begins to relax even more, because the sound of still water speaks to a tired soul. Still water is not demanding. Still water is not shouting. Still water is not rushing. Still water simply is. And my child, that is what I want to give you tonight. A peace that simply is. A peace that does not depend on perfect circumstances. As we come closer, you see a stream, clear and clean, reflecting the light, moving slowly, and you feel something inside you lean toward it. Not only your body, but your heart, because your heart has been thirsty, thirsty for reassurance, thirsty for gentleness, thirsty for rest. My child, I know the thirst you carry. I know the thirst for love that is safe. I know the thirst for guidance that is wise. I know the thirst for hope that is real. I know the thirst for forgiveness that is complete. And I tell you, I am the living water. I can satisfy the thirst of your soul. Living water is not just a religious idea, my child. It is the experience of being renewed from within. It is the feeling of life returning. It is the strength to breathe again. It is the courage to begin again. It is the softness that comes when fear is no longer in control. So I lead you to the edge of the stream. I stand near you, not far, not distant, not cold. I stand near you with kindness, and I speak to you in a calm voice. You can trust me, you can drink, you can receive, you can rest. My child, many times you tried to drink from other waters, waters that looked sweet but left you more thirsty, waters of approval, waters of control, waters of comparison, waters of escape, waters of anger, waters of endless entertainment, and those waters cannot restore the soul, they only distract it for a moment. But my water restores, because my water is love, my water is truth, my water is peace, my water is presence, my water is the Spirit who refreshes what is dry and worn. Now imagine you lower your head to drink, you take in the cool sweetness, you feel it move through you, you feel your thirst ease, you feel your body respond, you feel your heart settle, and you realize that you do not have to fight for peace tonight, you can receive it. My child, receiving is difficult for you sometimes, because you learn to earn everything. You learn to perform, you learn to carry your own burdens, you learn to be independent, but I am teaching you a different way. I am teaching you to receive love as a gift. You do not need to earn rest, my child, you need to accept it. You do not need to perform for me, you need to come close. You do not need to fix yourself first. You need to let me hold you while I heal you. As you drink, you may feel emotion rise, a tear, a sigh, a release, and that is good, because a sigh can be a doorway, a tear can be a cleansing, a release can be the beginning of restoration. My child, I restore the soul by giving you enough peace for this moment, enough strength for the next step, enough hope for tomorrow, enough mercy for your past, enough grace for your weakness, and when you have enough, you can finally breathe. In the green pasture nearby, the grass is soft, the ground is warm, and you see that there is a place to lie down, not a place to struggle, not a place to prove, but a place to rest, and I lead you there, because I want your whole being to know you are safe. My child, lying down is an act of trust, because when you lie down you stop guarding, you stop scanning for danger, you stop controlling, you stop performing, you let yourself be cared for. And that is what I invite you to do tonight. So lie down in the pasture with me, let your body settle, let your thoughts slow, let your heart become quiet, and if you notice you are still tense, do not judge yourself, simply breathe again, slowly, gently, and return to my presence. Now I want to speak to the part of you that feels like rest is selfish, the part of you that feels like you must always be doing something, the part of you that feels guilty when you stop. My child, rest is not selfish, rest is wisdom, because a tired soul cannot love well, a tired mind cannot think clearly, a tired heart becomes fearful. When you rest, you become more patient. When you rest, you become more gentle. When you rest, you become more clear. When you rest, you become more able to take the next right step. And I love you enough to lead you into rest. My child, I also want to speak to the part of you that does not trust timing. You fear waiting. You fear delays. You fear that you will miss your chance. You fear that life will pass you by. But hear me. I guide timing with love. I do not arrive late. I do not forget you. I do not abandon you in a season of waiting. Waiting can feel painful, but waiting can also be a gift, because waiting teaches you to let go of panic. Waiting teaches you to rely on me. Waiting teaches you to notice the small good things you might have ignored. Waiting teaches you that your worth is not measured by speed. My child, sometimes your life felt like a steep hill, and you wanted to run to the top, but I slowed you down, not to punish you, but to protect you from falling, because I would rather guide you safely than push you quickly. So tonight, as you rest by the still waters, I want you to forgive yourself for being slower than you wanted. Forgive yourself for not having everything figured out. Forgive yourself for needing help. Forgive yourself for being human, because forgiveness opens the heart to peace. My child, you may carry shame about your past, shame about mistakes, shame about words spoken in anger, shame about choices made in fear, shame about opportunities missed. But shame is not your home. My mercy is your home. And tonight I invite you to step out of shame and into mercy. Mercy does not excuse what is wrong. Mercy heals what is broken. Mercy gives you a future. Mercy teaches you a better way. Mercy lifts your head. And I have mercy for you in abundance. Now let me share a reflection with you. A restored soul learns to live with less pressure, not because life becomes easy, but because the heart becomes anchored. Pressure says you must carry everything. Peace says you can carry what is yours and release the rest to me. Pressure says you must be perfect. Peace says you can be honest. Pressure says you must always win. Peace says you can learn. Pressure says you must never fail. Peace says you can rise again. My child, I want you to learn the peace that comes from smaller expectations, not smaller dreams, but smaller burdens. Smaller burdens of proving, smaller burdens of impressing, smaller burdens of controlling other people. You cannot control people, my child. You cannot control every outcome. You cannot control every moment, but you can choose to walk with me. You can choose to obey the next right step. You can choose to be kind. You can choose to be honest. You can choose to rest, and those choices are powerful. When you choose kindness, you protect your soul. When you choose honesty, you protect your soul. When you choose forgiveness, you protect your soul. When you choose patience, you protect your soul. And these are paths of righteousness that lead to peace. Now in the pasture you may notice the flock is calm. Some are lying down, some are drinking, some are simply breathing, and you realize something. You are allowed to be calm too. You are allowed to stop striving. You are allowed to be still. My child, stillness can feel unfamiliar, because you have lived with noise. Noise of worry, noise of people, noise of screens, noise of inner criticism. But stillness is not empty. Stillness is where I speak gently. Stillness is where the soul can hear love again. So let stillness hold you now, and if a thought interrupts, let it pass. Return to your breathing. Return to my presence. Return to the water. Return to the pasture. Return to the simple truth. I am with you. My child, in this place I also restore your mind, because many troubles begin in the mind. The mind creates stories. The mind predicts danger. The mind replays mistakes. The mind worries about tomorrow, and the mind can become exhausted from its own effort. But I can guide the mind into peace. I can teach you to slow the story. I can teach you to stay in the present. I can teach you to trust one day at a time. and this is how the mind becomes restful. Here is a simple practice, my child. When you notice worry, name it softly in your heart, then release it to me. Do not argue, do not analyze, do not build a whole plan, simply release, then return to your breath. You can do this many times, and each time you do it, you are training your heart, you are training your mind, you are teaching your inner world to follow me instead of fear. My child, I want you to remember that fear is often loud but weak, love is often quiet but strong. Fear demands control, love invites trust. Fear rushes, love guides steadily. Fear isolates, love draws you close. So choose love tonight, choose closeness tonight, choose surrender tonight, because surrender is not giving up. Surrender is placing your life into faithful hands. Now I speak to the part of you that is tired from trying to be good enough. You feel like you must earn acceptance. You feel like you must earn approval. You feel like you must earn peace. But my child, you are accepted because I love you. You are approved because you belong to me. You are held because you are my child. This truth restores the soul, because when you stop performing, you stop living in tension, and when tension leaves, peace arrives, and when peace arrives, sleep becomes easier, and when sleep becomes easier, the heart heals. My child, I also restore you by feeding you, not only with words, but with presence, with comfort, with truth, with hope, with joy that returns slowly, like morning light. Joy is important, my child, because joy is strength. Joy is not laughter all the time. Joy is the deep assurance that you are not alone. Joy is the deep delight of being loved and guided. Joy is the quiet gladness that you have a future with me. If you have lost joy, do not force it, do not fake it, do not chase it like a hungry thing. Simply stay near me, drink the living water, lie down in the pasture, and let joy return at its own gentle pace. My child, sometimes you think you must be fixed before you can feel joy, but joy often comes while healing is still happening. Joy is not a reward for being finished. Joy is a gift that gives you strength to continue. Now the night grows deeper, the air cools, the moon rises, and the pasture becomes a place of calm. And I guide you to a cozy spot, a place where you can sleep, and I remain near you, because I do not lead you to rest and then leave. I rest with you, I watch over you, I guard you. My child, when you are near sleep, your mind may try to hold on to the day. It may try to plan tomorrow. It may try to replay conversations. But I ask you gently, release it, release tomorrow into my hands, release the past into my hands, release the worries into my hands, and let your heart be still. I speak blessing over you, not as a ritual, but as a covering. I bless you with protection. I bless you with peace. I bless you with kindness. I bless you with a quiet heart, and I bless you with restful sleep. My child, remember this simple truth. It is not your job to hold everything together. It is not your job to foresee every problem. It is not your job to carry everyone. It is your job to stay close to me, to trust me, to take the next right step when morning comes. And if you wake during the night, my child, do not be afraid. Return to the water, return to the pasture, return to my voice. Breathe slowly, release what rises, and rest again, because I am near. Now let your eyelids grow heavy, let your face soften, let your shoulders sink, let your hands stay open, let your breath stay slow, and let peace cover you like a warm blanket. You are safe with me, my child. You are guided, you are cared for, you are loved, and I will continue to lead you in good paths. I will continue to restore your soul, one gentle moment at a time. Lord Jesus, lead my child beside still waters, restore their soul, renew their hope, quiet their mind, and bless them with deep, peaceful sleep. Amen. My child, I am still beside you. I am still watching over you. I am still the shepherd who does not sleep and who does not forget. Let the night be gentle. Let your breathing be quiet. Let your heart be at rest, because you are safe with me. You have come through many days that felt heavy, and you have come through many nights that felt long, and yet you are still here, and that means I have been carrying you more than you realized, because some strength you felt was not your own, some comfort you received was not an accident, some protection you experienced was not luck, it was my faithful care. My child, I know you want your life to make sense. You want a straight line. You want clear answers. You want reasons that feel satisfying. But many times the heart is healed not by knowing everything. The heart is healed by being held. And tonight I hold you with my peace. The world taught you to tense. The world taught you to guard. The world taught you to hurry. The world taught you to fear, but I teach you to breathe. I teach you to rest. I teach you to trust. I teach you to walk one step at a time, and I teach you that you are loved even when you are tired. My child, some people measure life by how much they achieve. They measure worth by results. They measure value by attention. And this becomes a prison, because the heart can never rest in that kind of measure. But I measure you by love. I call you precious. I call you mine, and my love does not change with your performance. Tonight I want you to release the hidden pressure you carry, the pressure to be enough for everyone, the pressure to be strong all the time, the pressure to never need help, the pressure to never make mistakes. My child, that pressure is not the truth, and you do not need it to live well. You can live well with peace. You can live well with humility. You can live well with small faithful steps. You can live well with kindness. You can live well with a quiet heart. And that is the kind of life I guide you into, because it is a life that protects the soul. My child, I restore the soul not only by bringing you comfort, I restore the soul by shaping you into someone steady, someone gentle, someone clear, someone who can endure without becoming hard, someone who can love without losing themselves, someone who can forgive without denying the truth, someone who can rest without guilt. I know you have been afraid of the future, because the future feels unknown, and the unknown can feel like danger. But my child, the unknown is not empty. I am already there. I have already gone before you. I am already preparing what you will need. I am already guiding steps you cannot see yet. So you do not have to enter tomorrow with panic. You can enter tomorrow with trust. You can enter tomorrow with breath. You can enter tomorrow remembering that I am your shepherd, and I do not abandon the ones I lead. My child, I want you to remember this simple truth. Your peace is not the result of perfect circumstances. Your peace is the result of my presence. When you forget my presence, fear grows. When you remember my presence, fear shrinks. And this is why I keep calling you close. If you wake in the night, do not fight your mind. Do not punish yourself. Do not build a story. Simply return to me. Return to the breath. Return to the still waters. Return to the pasture. Return to the quiet truth. I am with you. The mind learns by repetition, my child, and that is why I speak gently again and again, because the heart needs steady reminders, not harsh commands. So I remind you, you are safe, you are held, you are guided, you are loved, you are not alone. My child, the road has taught you many lessons. Some lessons were painful, some were slow, some felt unfair, but I can redeem every part of your story. I can bring good out of what hurt you. I can bring wisdom out of what confused you. I can bring compassion out of what wounded you. I can bring strength out of what exhausted you. This does not mean pain was good. It means I am good, and I am able, and I do not waste what you have endured. My child, there are people who tried to define you by your worst moments, by your mistakes, by your fear, by your weakness, but I define you by love. I call you beloved. I call you accepted. I call you included, and I call you my child. And my name over you is stronger than any label spoken by others. So release the label, release the harsh words, release the shame that clings like dust, because shame does not heal you, shame only hides you, but my love heals you, my truth frees you, my presence restores you. My child, I know you sometimes feel like you should be further, you should have more, you should be better, you should be different, but that kind of thinking steals peace, and peace is what you need most. So I teach you to come back to the present, to accept the moment, and to take one faithful step. One faithful step is enough, my child. One small act of obedience, one small act of kindness, one small act of patience, one small act of truth, one small act of rest. These small steps build a life of righteousness, and righteousness builds peace. My child, do not underestimate small steps, because small steps are how healing happens. Small steps are how trust grows. Small steps are how habits change. Small steps are how a fearful mind becomes calmer. Small steps are how a weary heart becomes strong again. You do not need to fix everything tonight. You only need to rest, because rest is also a step. Rest is also obedience. Rest is also trust. Rest is saying, I believe the shepherd will watch over me. My child, I speak blessing over your mind. I bless your mind with quiet. I bless your mind with clarity. I bless your mind with gentle thoughts. I bless your mind with protection from fear. I bless your mind with the ability to release what you cannot control. I speak blessing over your heart. I bless your heart with peace. I bless your heart with softness. I bless your heart with courage. I bless your heart with hope. I bless your heart with the ability to forgive and to receive forgiveness. I speak blessing over your body. I bless your body with rest. I bless your body with calm breathing. I bless your body with relaxed muscles. I bless your body with healing sleep. I bless your body with strength for tomorrow. My child, I speak blessing over your home. I bless this room with peace. I bless this space with safety. I bless this night with quiet. I bless your dreams with gentleness. I bless your sleep with deep rest. And I bless your waking with renewed strength. Now listen closely, my child, because this is important. You do not need to fear the dark, because I see in the dark. You do not need to fear the silence, because I am present in silence. You do not need to fear the unknown, because I hold the unknown. And you do not need to fear your feelings, because feelings are not your master. I am your shepherd. When fear tries to return, do not argue, simply return to truth, return to me, return to the breath, return to the words. I restore the soul, I guide you in good paths, I do not leave you. My child, I want you to remember how I have carried you before. Remember the times you thought you would not make it. Remember the times you thought the door would never open. Remember the times you thought the pain would never ease. And yet you are here. That is not random. That is my faithful care. You may have forgotten some of those moments, because the mind often remembers pain more than mercy. But my child, mercy has been surrounding you. Mercy has been holding you. Mercy has been guiding you. And tonight mercy is here again. Now I want to speak gently about tomorrow, because tomorrow may feel heavy in your mind. Tomorrow may have responsibilities. Tomorrow may have conversations. Tomorrow may have uncertainty. But you do not need to carry tomorrow tonight. Tonight is for rest. Tonight is for restoration. Tonight is for the quiet work of healing. And the best gift you can give tomorrow is a rested heart. Because a rested heart can choose wisely. And a rested mind can stay calm. And a rested soul can love well. So place tomorrow into my hands now. Place the schedule into my hands. Place the problems into my hands. Place the people into my hands. Place the money concerns into my hands. Place the health concerns into my hands. Place the unknown into my hands. And let your heart be light. My child, this is what it means to trust. Trust is not having all the answers. Trust is knowing who holds you. Trust is choosing to rest under my care. Trust is letting me be God, while you are my beloved child. When you wake, you can take one step, not 10 steps. You can take one step with me. You can ask me for wisdom. You can ask me for patience. You can ask me for courage, and I will give what you need. My child, I want you to be gentle with yourself in the morning. Do not rush. Do not attack yourself with harsh thoughts. Do not begin the day with condemnation. Begin the day with breath. Begin the day with gratitude. Begin the day with a simple whisper, lead me. Because when you begin the day with me, you begin the day in peace, and peace guides your choices. Peace guards your words. Peace protects your relationships. Peace keeps your heart from falling into old traps. My child, the path of righteousness is not a path of pride. It is a path of humility. It is the path that chooses what is good even when it is not easy. It is the path that chooses truth over lies. It is the path that chooses kindness over cruelty. It is the path that chooses patience over rage. It is the path that chooses peace over chaos. I guide you in this path, not by shouting, not by forcing, but by leading, by teaching, by reminding, by correcting gently, by restoring your soul when you are tired, and by lifting you when you fall. So do not fear your weakness, my child, because weakness can become the doorway to my strength. Do not fear your limits, because limits can become the invitation to lean on me. Do not fear your tears, because tears can become the release that makes room for healing. My child, sometimes you have asked why you had to go through what you went through, and you may not have a full answer now, but you can have peace now, because peace does not always require explanation. Peace requires presence, and I am present. I want you to feel my gentleness now, not as a distant idea, but as a quiet covering, like a warm blanket, like a steady hand, like a calm voice that says, "Rest, you are safe, I am here." My child, if you feel your heart softening, let it soften. If you feel your eyes becoming heavy, let them grow heavy. If you feel your mind becoming quiet, let it be quiet, because this is restoration. This is the soul returning to safety. Now imagine the pasture again, the grass under you, the cool air around you, the still waters nearby, the flock quiet, and my presence steady, and you feel that the world is not demanding from you in this moment. You feel that you can simply be. My child, the world often tries to turn you into a tool. It tries to use you. It tries to measure you. It tries to rush you. But with me you are not a tool. You are not a number. You are not a project. You are my child, and I delight in you. So rest in that delight, my child. Let it heal the places where you felt unseen. Let it heal the places where you felt rejected. Let it heal the places where you felt like you had to earn love, because love is given here. My child, as the night continues, I remain faithful, I remain watchful, I remain near, and nothing about your life is insignificant to me. Not your smallest worry, not your quietest sigh, not your hidden pain, not your secret hope. I know it all, and I care. And because I care, I guide you. Because I guide you, you can rest. Because you rest, you will be renewed. Because you are renewed, you will walk more steadily. And because you walk steadily, you will see goodness grow again. My child, do not fear that you will always feel this tired. Do not fear that you will always feel this anxious. Do not fear that you will always feel this heavy, because I restore the soul, and restoration is my work, and my work is faithful. Some mornings you will notice the change quickly, some mornings you will notice it slowly, but the work is happening, like dawn rising, like water soaking dry ground, like warmth returning to cold hands, like strength returning to tired legs. My child, before you drift deeper, I want to leave you with a simple promise. I will lead you. I will protect you. I will restore you. I will guide you in good paths. I will be with you in valleys. I will be with you on hills. I will be with you in silence. I will be with you in storms, and I will not leave you. So let go now. Let the day go. Let the worries go. Let the plans go. Let the fear go. Let the need to control go. And let your body rest. Let your mind quiet. Let your soul settle into my care. My child, sleep can come now, not as an escape, but as a gift. Sleep can come as a sign of trust. Sleep can come as a doorway to healing. And while you sleep, I will still be here. If your mind tries to speak again, you can answer it softly. I am safe. I am held. I am guided. And then return to the breath. Return to stillness. Return to my voice. Now I bless you once more, my child. I bless you with peace. I bless you with protection. I bless you with gentle dreams. I bless you with deep rest. I bless you with a quiet morning. I bless you with strength for the next step. And I bless you with the assurance that you are loved. Lord Jesus, keep my child through this night. Restore their soul completely. Fill them with peace. And guide them into a new day with steady hope. Amen.